I've often been accused of not warming up my clients. That is simply not true. Warming up is imperative. I want the beginners to be especially aware of this. You always warm up before your exercises. In this case, Marcus is going to do a warm-up on the incline press. Generally, we have him do 3 warm-ups, a very light one just to get the blood flowing. Then we move to a moderate weight to set him up neuromuscularly, and then a heavy one to get him ready for the big set to come later. All right, Marcus, let's get a light warm-up. We'll help you to the top a little bit. Ray, good. All right, now remember, slow. Slow. The cadence is very important. It's very important that he keeps his thumb wrapped around the bar so that it doesn't slip out and cause a shoulder injury. The intermediate and advanced bodybuilder knows this quite well, although there are some who don't. But the beginner especially should be keenly aware of the fact that you keep your thumb wrapped around the bar. He's doing a light warm-up just to get the blood flowing into the muscle, getting the feel for the workout to come, and I think that's good enough, Marcus. How you feel? Yeah? Yeah. All right. This is not just another workout, this is the workout. Every workout should be important to you. Okay, this is a heavier weight. Let's get about 4 with this. Slow. Remember the 4-second cadence. Never stop in the bottom extended position of any exercise. You only stop in the top contracted position. Boom, right up. With a slight hitch, but under control. Slow. We don't want momentum to come into play. Momentum is an outside force. Focus on my use of the word force here. Momentum is an outside force to the degree to which it's brought into play reduces the force of the muscular contraction, thereby reducing the intensity, thereby reducing the results. Now he's done the first two warm-up sets, the light and the moderate. Now we do one quite a bit heavier to get him especially ready for the high-intensity workout to come. Okay, Marcus, this is your last warm-up. It's going to warm up your pecs, shoulders, and triceps. Go. It's heavy, but you're not going to go to failure. Good cadence. Slow. Don't stop at the bottom. That's good enough. You're not just warmed up, you're hot. Now you use momentum. This is not weight throwing, this is weight lifting. You lift it under full muscular control. Much better. Put it all the way down and stop, that's enough. Okay, now you're warmed up in your pecs, your shoulders, your triceps. Let's proceed to the first set exercise of the superset, the pec deck. Okay? All right, let's go.
I go to the gym and I do 1 set of squats. My legs are done.
Right.
What kind of set is that?
It's the failure. Now see, you're a bit incredulous because you still have operative in your subconscious the almost childlike, overly simplistic notion that more is better. Wipe away. Pretend for a few minutes that you never read muscle magazines, that you never had the idea that more is better, which again is an aerobics training principle. Take a fresh, new, unobstructed look at this thing. The human being, again, is a specific entity with specific characteristics and specific requirements. One of his specific characteristics is that he has a specifically limited recovery ability or adaptive capacity. You don't want to use up any more of that than is minimally required to compensate for the merely exhaustive effects of the workout. You following me here?
Exactly.
The first thing the body does after a workout is not grow, but what? Recover.
Right.
Which is what I mean when I say compensate for the merely exhaustive effects of the workout. When you're done working out, dear listener, you don't feel the same way you did before the workout. You feel exhausted. Something was used up. The first thing the body will do after the workout is devote its energy and resources to putting back that which was used up. Compensate, in other words, for the exhaustive effects of the workout. That takes time and energy and resources. To the extent that you overtrain, more of that limited recovery ability is used to compensate for the merely exhaustive effects of the workout, leaving that much less left over for the production of growth, which takes place only secondarily. Is that clear?
Yeah. So why is it that...
See what I'm getting at when I'm...
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it makes perfect sense. And I think the point that you made that people are really going to have to grab a hold of is just forget everything you learned.
Right.
If you're going to adopt...
Remember, muscle magazines are not sacred scripture. They're
Right.
not even science journals, but even if they were, you have to read critically.
Okay,
The
so...
idea that more is better only applies to money and pretty girls. And it does have a certain limited application to endurance training. And I emphasize limited application. Even with aerobics, you've got to be careful not to overtrain. But if your goal is to improve upon your endurance, which means your capacity for performing large volumes of work, then yes, I can see where you would want to use the more is better principle. If more were really better with bodybuilding, now listen to me here, this is a good one. If more was really better, lock onto those words. Grasp what I'm saying here. Look at the implicit logic. If more was really better, then for every hour that you train, the results would get better and better and better. So why not train all day long? Nobody does that. It's not because of the time factor either. There are bodybuilders who would be willing to train literally all day long. I would have 20 years ago, if I thought it would have gotten me somewhere. They recognize that there's a limiting factor. And again, it's not time. They have a vague sense that the body has a limited adaptive capacity or recovery ability. But they don't understand the idea of specificity. Again, man is a specific entity with specific characteristics and specific requirements. One of his specific characteristics that's relevant here, he has a strictly limited adaptive capacity or recovery ability. You don't want to use up even one scintilla more than is minimally required to compensate for the merely exhaustive effects of the workout, so that you have that much left over to provide for the production of growth.
So
remember, you don't grow during the workout.
Yeah, absolutely.
The workout merely serves as a trigger.
Okay, Marcus, it's been 6 days since your last workout. You feel recovered?
I feel 100%. I'm ready to go. I feel motivated.
All right.
I want to grow, Mike. Let's do it.
All right. I increased the weight. Let's see if you can maintain the same reps as last time or even go higher. Your goal as a bodybuilder is to get stronger every workout. You either go up in weight, reps, or both. Okay? If I take a deep breath, I hear you Germans are a special breed. Prove it to me. Remember the rep cadence. 1001, start. All right, you didn't get a full stretch in the back. We want you to go from full extension, which means when the muscle is extended, literally. See the muscle extending? All right, now up slowly. 1001. I'll see you through it. 1003, that's better. 1004, 1005, hold it. 1001, 1002, okay, go back. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, okay, 1005. I'd rather have you do 5 seconds than 3 seconds. Getting real hard? All right, well, if necessary, we'll have Ray assist you on a rep or two, but not yet. Very good, perfect cadence. There's no momentum involved. Look at the intensity on his face. He's totally absorbed in what he's doing, which is the only way you're going to become a physique champion or achieve your personal goals. Come on, Marcus, I love this. I love to see people work out like this, motivated, going to failure. Come on. All right, let's have Ray move in and perhaps assist you on this next rep. Good. Slow. Work the negative.
I got another one.
All right. Remember, you have 3 levels of strength. The positive, which is the lifting and the weakest. The static, or the holding, which is stronger than the positive. And then the negative. Bring him all the way in. Just bring him all the way in and watch him hold it. Now you hold it there. You see, he couldn't lift it. He couldn't lift it. Now he's holding it very easily. The static is much stronger than the positive or lifting. Now show him the negative, how easier that is even. Remember, you've got 3 levels of strength. The positive or lifting, the static, which is the holding, and the negative, which is the lowering, and the strongest. Look at that. He couldn't complete a positive rep, but he held it easy, and he's lowering it even easier still. Very good. Now, all right, let's go to the rest, pause, incline press. Take a deep breath. This is a rest, pause set, which means he does single rep maximum attempts, followed by a 5 or 7 second pause. Start from the top. Go. All right, there's no reason to let down now, Marcus. Very good, that's slow enough. Now, never stop at the bottom, it goes deep and get a slight jerk. All right, he can't, I missed a little bit, so I'll help him on this one. Come on. That still counts as a rep. Just let it down slow. Slow, very good. Now sit up, take a deep breath. Reset yourself psychologically. All right, that's 7 seconds. Take a deep breath. You ready? All right, give it all you got. This is a lighter weight, of course. Slow. We don't want any slightest trace of momentum coming into play. Remember, momentum is an outside force. We don't want that brought in. Very good. You're getting me psyched up. Go down slow. Work all 3 levels of ability. Positive, static, very good. Okay, let it down. Take this deep breath. Okay, here comes your 3rd rep. With rest pause, you got to be careful. Every rep is a maximum rep, unlike the conventional form as you did in the pec deck, where only the last rep was the maximum. With rest pause, every rep is the maximum. So we're going to limit him to 4, at the most 5. Very good. I'm not going to help you out. Come on, you need help? All right, a little bit. Slice this. Now take a deep breath and work the negative. The negative, many studies have revealed, the stimulators and the positive. All right, sit up, take a 10-second pause, or 12 even. This is your last rep. You see how intense that is? You gotta be very careful. You have to be very careful, viewers, when doing rest pause. If you're going to do it at all, you should be an advanced intermediate or an advanced bodybuilder and only use it with 1 exercise per workout. All right, let's go. It's your last rep. Slow. 1003, 1004, that's okay. 1005. Now don't stop at the bottom. Never stop in the extended position. Come on, Marcus. Come on. This is superset to the man. Look at his pecs. Look how pumped up he is.
Push it back.
Look very good. All right. All right. That's all you're going to do for chest. One set of back deck and one set of incline press.
Can't do anymore.
Can you imagine doing 20 sets like that?
Sure.
As the orthodoxy prescribed?
Hell no.
If you did 20 sets like that, you have to have you leave here in an ambulance. This is real high intensity training and you executed perfectly. Very good. Let's look at those pecs.
It's like a great pump.
Only 2 sets and look at the pump you got. Unbelievable.
Twice the size.
Not 20 sets, only 2 sets. All right, very good. Now go get a drink of water. I want you to rest.
Thanks, Mike.
When you're doing a superset, there's no rest in between, but once the superset is completed, you can take a break for 2 minutes. So get some water.
My cardio's up tremendously.
Yeah, this is a great cardiovascular workout.
We've got a picture of Mike on the monitor here also.
Look at that picture.
Excuse me, Mike.
That was taken a few years ago, I must say.
But you can see the dedication that would take to look like that. I mean, that's hours and hours and hours of training there.
How many years was that to get to that point?
Well, that was 11 years ago. A photograph taken right before the 1980 Mr. Olympia contest, and I had been training at that point for about 15 years, off and on, but for about 7 years straight through right before that.
That's incredible.
But an important point, Anthony, I did not train for hours and hours every day, and this is an important issue.
Oh, okay.
Contrary to what most bodybuilders do, which is train 2 to 4 hours a day, 7 days a week, in that condition, I trained literally for 30 minutes 4 times a week, 2 hours a week.
Yeah, because the theory that you always hear is that it does require hours and hours to look like that.
The mistaken premise there is that more is better.
Uh-huh.
And the body doesn't necessarily work that way. If 2 hours or 4 hours a day were good, well, why not train 12 hours a day? Training is a form of stress, and up to a certain point in time, exposing the body to stress can be beneficial. But beyond a definite period in time, it can actually be detrimental.